I mentioned in my last video that we found a pretty exciting way of playing Traptrix, and this is it. Superheavy Samurai Traptrix. Now, this combination is exceptionally odd, and what the idea basically is you're going to use your Wakushi in order to set up your Pingulika sort of pre-combo, right? So you're not doing any sort of like toxic synchro shenanigans other Superheavy Samurai versions are doing. What you're going to be doing is using this combo, this or Motorbike as a one-card combo to get into Pingulika before even using your normal summon, right? And then you can search for a Traptrix monster of your choice of Pingulika, most prominently Padisha, and then you can start an entire like big Traptrix combo off of just one of these two cards without even eating up your normal summon. I think this was such a remarkable way of playing it. It just completely took me by surprise when I saw it. I just didn't know what to do with that information. I'm gonna be honest. But I've been playing around with it. I fucking love it, right? Now, as players of Traptrix know, if you pick up this deck, you will absolutely be winning games. The games can just take a long ass time though, so be prepared for a slog. But again, at the same time, the games are always super fun, right? They feel back and forth. It feels like old school Yu-Gi-Oh game because you're flipping up trap cards, you're trying to engage, you're using your boss monsters. It just feels great, right? So I'm going to talk about a lot of the specific interactions and the specific sort of like deck card choices at the end, sort of to add a little bit of sense to the extra deck in particular. First things first, I am going to show off the one card combo with Wakushi /Motorbike. It's the exact same no matter which of the two you have that gets you into your Traptrix plays. I'm going to show off a couple of replays, one of which was pretty long, the other one's pretty short, and then we're going to dive in for a live game or two at the end, so make sure you're sticking around for that to see the deck in action. So if you're interested in this style of content, of course, make sure you're subscribed to catch it every single day. Like the video if you want to help your boy get this out to as many people as possible. Like I said, we were initially aiming for a 10k by the end of the year. That is not gonna happen. At this point, I think I'll settle for 8, right? I think 8 is still a hell of a fucking number, and if we can get up to there by the end of the year, I'll be more than appreciative. But again, regardless of the number, show whatever level of support you're willing to show, and that's just it, right? I'm not gonna waste too much time here. Let's get right into the combo. Traditionally speaking, one of my biggest issues with Traptrix is basically how you're often in a position, if you don't have the greatest hand in the world, best case scenario, right? Even if you're able to combo off a little bit, you're often choosing between summoning like Pingulika or Rafflesia. Maybe you've got like Rafflesia plus Sarah, right? And it kind of feels a little lackluster sometimes. So looking at this hand, you can see that we still have the modern touches to help us deal with the Snake Eyes. I don't think an all trap deck is going to be worth it. You definitely need to be playing some in hand traps. But this is the combo, right? We're going to start this off. We're going to activate the Superheavy Samurai Motorbike. Motorbike is going to grab us Wakushi from our deck. Now, you can double up on Benkai if you want, because you are going to need a Benkai in deck to activate the Wakushi here. We are going to activate its effects. We're going to special summon it out to the field after setting Benkai to our to our Pendulum Zone, sorry. Now, we're going to use the Benkai. We're going to search our deck for Soul Gaia, or whatever this name is. Yeah, Soul Gaia Booster, right? Not doing any sort of Soul Piercer shenanigans. Now we're going to activate the Gaia. We're going to equip it on the Wakushi. And then once it's equipped, it can actually activate to just special summon itself, right? And from here, you've got a couple of options. So number one, first and foremost, what you're basically going to choose between is whether or not you want to do a little bit of Synchro or a little bit of Exceed. And often the difference between those is whether or not you already have Padisha in hand. So because we don't have any Traptrix in hand and no Padika, nothing like that, right? What we're going to do is we're going to do the Exceed route, which is what you'll do 90% of the time. So we're going to go for Pingulika. Pingulika, we're going to use our 2 level 4s. We're going to Exceed summon into this. This doesn't require any sort of specific materials, just 2 level 4 monsters, and its effect will activate then to search your deck for a Traptrix monster. So now you're getting into a starter card without ever having actually used your normal summon. And the card you grab here is where the combo changes, right? So if you have, normally you would grab Pudica if you have any other Traptrix in your hand to summon. Right now, we don't, so there's actually not very much value in us grabbing Pudica here. So usually what you will grab instead is like a Murmillo, right? But you get that freedom, right? So we're gonna grab Murmillo this time because we can normal summon the Murmillo. It's gonna activate its effect. We're gonna grab ourselves a little trap card. Let's grab, say, I guess we could grab you. At this point, it really doesn't even matter. I am going to grab this. This is often a really good card to grab because you can use it to essentially proc off Sarah's effect on your first turn. So we're going to use then the Murmillo to go into Sarah. We're gonna use Parallel Exceed here, which is pretty awesome. Parallel Exceed is basically just going to take the place of like another extender in your hand. This could have been any other Traptrix monster, and what would have happened instead is we would have grabbed Pudika. Pudika on normal summon grabs the field spell, and then we normal summon the additional Traptrix that we have in hand already. So you're able to go into a Rafflesia here. Very easy Rafflesia. Love to see it. Awesome. Out it comes. Rafflesia is a fucking amazing card. All of your other Traptrix are now untargetable. This can activate trap holes directly from your deck, which is sick. And then you've got Holyusha, which is going to set up another Exceed. Holyusha is going to drop our Gravediggers. We're going to special summon it out to the field. That's going to trigger Sura to special summon a Traptrix from the deck. We're going to summon out the Diona. You summon Diona because Diona can grab back the trap hole card that you just discarded as cost for your Holyusha. So we're going to grab back our Gravediggers. That's going to trigger Sura again to set another trap card. So we get to choose any one we want. Let's say I want Floodgate Trap Hole. Floodgate Trap Hole is pretty sick. And then we go into one of these two. We can go into the likes of Baguska's not the greatest one here. But you can use Sacred Beast. Now, this is where you can potentially expand into other rank 4s. I'm not playing any right now because there's a specific card in the combo that locks you into Plant or Traptrix. I don't think we used it in this line though. It's this card here, I believe. Yeah, it's this card here locks you. So I've been playing exclusively Plants and Insects for now, but you can definitely put in like an Abyss Dweller for situations like this. But even this card here is pretty damn awesome. Essentially what this card does, let me briefly refresh my memory. Yeah, detach a material, target a normal trap and grave, place it in bottom of the deck, then draw a card. If the normal trap is activated, you can detach a material and special summon a level 4 monster from your hand, right? Okay, so it's able to get you into your additional Traptrix, if you were to have any in hand. Of course, in this case, we don't. But there you go. I mean, look at this, right? We've got the fucking Baromet, we've got the Pingulica, we've got the Rafflesia. We could have, instead of going into this guy, we could have instead gone into, like, the Link 3, maybe, for the Atdiopus. I'm not a huge fan of this card, but it does definitely come up sometimes. And it's just crazy, right? The Superheavy Samurai combo did all of this. Of course, we did have the Parallel Exceed and such in hand, but that's not the point, right? Remove one of those Exceeds off the board and you still got Rafflesia, Pingulica, and Sura plus 2 back row. Shit's insane. So yeah, there you go. That's the combo. Super simple, super easy. Very easy to replicate as well. And very flexible too. And that's one of the big things. It's very, very flexible. You can do whatever you want with it. So I'm going to show off a couple of replays here, which we're going to discuss and show off the actual deck in action against opponents. And then we're going to play a game or two at the end, right? So let's hop into that. Alright, getting into our first replay here. This one's pretty short up against a Snake Eye Cashtira deck, starting off with the Wakushi, of course. Now, this is going to be an example of having that other Traptrix in hand, because now we're going to be able to use the Pudika here. So we're going to go for the Soul Gaia. Soul Gaia summon itself, Exceed into Pingulica. I could be mispronouncing these names. I don't care. We're going to detach a material, grab Pudika, whatever. We're going to normal summon it. We're going to grab our Traptrix Garden, Traptrip Garden, I should say. Sorry, we're going to activate that. That gives us another normal summon this turn. We're going to link off into Sura. We're going to use Garden and normal summon the Mantis. Mantis gets searching for the Arachnacamp. We're going to use then Sura to set a card directly from deck. There's our Holyusha. We're going to activate it now by dropping the Gravediggers, special summoning our Traptrix from hand. Now, that does lock us into Plants and Insects only. So we're going to summon out Holyusha. Sura, going to play out Dionia. I believe at this time I was actually playing... Yeah, I had a couple of other options in my extra deck at this point. Dweller, Redoer, things like that. Are all really solid options. I would probably, in hindsight, keep Dweller in. But we couldn't summon them here because of this card. So that is worth bearing in mind. Dionia going to set the Gravediggers back to the field, going in the Rafflesia, of course, Rafflesia being absolutely incredible. Alamiras is what we choose to substitute onto our board here this time, and we've got, again, all 3 big Traptrix boss monsters, at least their Exceed ones. So they're going to summon out Unicorn. We're going to immediately fucking book that shit. Floodgate Trap Hole, permanently face down, setting Bottomless Trap Hole directly to protect the field. They're going to go for Dia Bellstar, the Black Witch, activating the Gate Searching, going to play Sinful Spoils of Subversion to their field, going to activate Subversion, sending Rafflesia to the back row. They weren't able to target any other card thanks to the Rafflesia. They're going to try to swing in to take something out. We're going to use the... We're going to bring this card back from the graveyard here, and the reason we bring back this is basically, not only does this card offer protection, but the field spell also offers protections to all of our Traptrix, which basically means that he can't just get rid of us, right? And that's the most important thing here. Gonna go for Diabell, Star of the Black Witch, adding it to hand, using Wanted to try and draw an additional card, trying to see if they have it out to our potential back row. We're gonna go Jet Synchron into IP Masquerena. Now they're going to use the Jet Synchron on Grave, dropping a card. We're going to flip up that Gravedigger's Trap Hole, of course, to negate that card and inflict 2,000 points of damage. Just that little bit closer to lethal. And I think at some point pretty soon here, yeah, they just give up. It's tough to match the grind game of a Traptrix deck, you know, short of something like Lab, which can really do it. But this next match, ooh, it's a grindy one. Let's show that shit off. Alrighty, this one's going to be pretty interesting here. We are, of course, going to start off with the Motorbike and the Wakushi in hand. We use Motorbike first to try and bait for stuff like Ash. We're going to go now for the Wakushi. Wakushi then setting up our Benkai, special summoning itself. Soul Gaia comes out again. Bog standard combo. Super quick combo though, like it's only like 4 moves long, which is good, right? Pingulica gonna detach a material, gonna grab Mermelio because we already have Putica in hand. Putica normal summon, grabbing us the Traptrix Garden. Garden is amazing. I'm super tempted to play 2 of it. It's that good. We're gonna go for Sura then. Sura is we're gonna get the additional Mermelio normal summon, grabbing ourselves Gravedigger's Trap Hole. Sura then gonna set Bottomless Trap Hole to our field. We're gonna set another card. Holyusha then dropping Gravediggers to play itself onto the field. Sura then gonna summon out Dionia from the deck. Dionia gonna set the Gravediggers back to the field. We're gonna play another card face down. We're gonna go into Rafflesia here, and I think we pretty much chill on this. Yeah, so Pingulica, Rafflesia. Now, what deck could we possibly be playing against that will cause this issue? Traptrix. They're all immune to Trap Hole cards, so that's a fucking problem. So how do we win this one? This is going to be a hell of a game. They're going to go for the Royal Holyusha, going to drop another copy of itself, going to play itself to the Monster Zone. Of course, that triggers both copies of Sura, and I can book that shit. The only card that isn't immune to trap cards is essentially the trap card, right? So we're going to summon out the Arachnacamp basically from the deck because it will protect our cards a little bit. They're going to pop our field spell, which sucks. They're going to use Sura. We're going to play Floodgate of their own into the battle phase, swing it in. Of course, they can't take us out because we summoned the Arachnadude. And they're going to set a couple of cards and pass, right? Okay, so we're both in a bit of an awkward spot, but we hold more control over the board. Switching to attack mode, Pingulica detaching a material, going to get searching for a card. Holyusha then activating to summon itself as a monster in defense position. Pingulica, then we're going to grab the Dionia. We're going to use Sura to special summon a card from deck, as well as setting a trap card. Both effects in one chain. They're going to use their own Sura as well, of course. I believe they get to set another, summon another card there. There's Putica. We're going to set Holyusha. Sura then going to summon out another Putica for ourselves. Putica going to banish their trap monster just because its defense is so high and I've got enough power to basically get over everything else. They are forced to get rid of Rafflesia because of its targeting protection. They can't target anything else. Holyusha going to banish itself. Going to summon back Dionia from the graveyard. Dionia, I should mention, does miss timing, so if you want to use its effect, you maybe want to hold off on it, right? So we're going to use these 3 then for Tapas. I actually make a big mistake here in that I end up activating this card when I shouldn't. They try to Floodgate our dude. I don't know why they tried doing that. If there was just like a specific effect they were looking to proc, I don't know why they did that. Mermelio, we're going to pop another card, get rid of all that shit. We're going to now use these 2 for Alamiris. Alamiris then going to detach 2, going to special summon Dionia back from the grave. Dionia going to set up Floodgate Trap Hole yet again, and that was the mistake, right? Dionia setting up Floodgate Trap Hole from the graveyard meant that we no longer have any normal traps in grave, so we lose the attack point boost for Atiapas. It's not a huge deal because ultimately we still have enough attack points to get over all of his monsters. It's not as if it's an issue, right? Gonna swing over, take out the trap card as well, get just enough attack points. Gonna get some direct damage in as well, get our licks in. Again, it wouldn't have been lethal one way or the other. Or, you know what, maybe it might have been, I don't know. I'm not gonna do the maths, I'm not a fucking mathematician. Mermelio coming out here. Mermelio going to search their deck for Void Trap Hole, another very strong option in this deck if you want to play it. They're not playing, of course, the Superheavy Samurai cards, but they're playing a little bit of stun in their deck. We get to protect the back row from the Mermelio. They're going to go Pingulica. Pingulica then going to detach a material to search their deck for the Putica. Putica then on normal summon, or not being normal summoned actually, because he's already normal summoned. Going to take out Atiapas. Main phase 2, going to go into Zeus. That is a McFucking problem. Bottomless Trap Hole, though, is going to remove that problem. Suddenly, the board has been wiped clean. We are now fading from a blank slate. Everything is gone. Bottomless Trap Hole, wiping out the Zeus as well. End phase. Now, we're going to rebuild. We're going to go Holyusha, resummoning Dionia. Dionia then resetting Bottomless Trap Hole. and we're going to get into our next turns. We're going to see if we can rebuild our board here, and luckily we top deck into the Parallel Exceed, which is going to give us a fighting chance into Sura. Exceed then summoning itself from the hand. We're going to use its effect to summon another Exceed from the deck, so we can Exceed summon into Tame Thief Reader. At this point, we didn't have a ton of really good options left, and I wanted a Zeus of my own, so we go into Reader. Pudica gonna target and try to get rid of our Reader though, which kind of sucks, but luckily, again, we chose the right one. We can dodge it. I was really planning on going for a Zeus here though, unfortunately, but we weren't able to. Bottomless, of course, is dealt with by our Dionysus effect. We're going to grab a card from the top of his deck. We're going to summon out Rafflesia from our own banish pile because of his Pudica's effect. They're not going to link summon into a Sura of their own. We're going to use Tame Thief Reader. We're going to detach a card here. I activate Imperm for a reason here. I can't remember why exactly I do it. I think it's so that I could proc my Sura to summon a monster from the deck, yeah. So we grab this guy just to protect our board a little bit. That Sura's gone. Traptrix Garden going to be added back to the hand. Gardening is going to give him an additional normal summon this turn. Sura is going to come back out to the field. It's as if we did nothing. Arachnacamp going to come out. Gravedigger's being set to the field. And you can see just how grindy this fucking matchup is, man. Dionia going to bring back the Pingulica from the graveyard in defense. Those only got 300 defense, so they're going to banish it and replace it with an Pudica, which on special summon will get rid of our Reader this time into a Teopus of their own. So typically this card is only played at 1. They're going to banish Void Trap Hole from the graveyard to target and destroy our Rafflesia, swinging over the Sura for 2k and taking out our Arachnacamp using that attack boost. So now again we're back to 0-0 resources. Our opponent's ahead by a lot. Nothing in hand, nothing on board. Bringing back the Reader, because realistically that's our only chance at success here. We're going to grab a card off the top of his deck into the battle phase, swing it into the Sura. It doesn't matter if he protects it, because in main phase 2 we're going to go for the big boy Zeus, and Zeus then is going to wipe the field clean. Getting rid of it. Return Zeus, my friend. Get that shit out of here. Zeus is actually pretty big in this deck. In certain sort of board states, you're definitely going to need it. Now we're in a top deck war, a war of attrition. I'm going to speed things up here as they go along, playing the barrier statues of Earth. So again, they're sort of hanging on by a fucking thread, right? They are on their way out the door, setting monsters to buy themselves turns so they can try to draw into something, whereas we're just looking for a monster to play. Me and Fizz, when we normal summon Maxi, it is time for the Maxi beatdown, the best card in the game for this reason. People think it's useful for its effect. Those people are fucking wrong. This is the real use of Maxi right here. Into our turn, and again, it looks like it's game over. Battle phase, swing with the Zeus. Unfortunately, an Imperm triggers a Lady Labyrinth from the hand, so we have to wipe her out, swinging for another 500. Maxi getting its licks in. We're going to go for the Wakushi. Of course, we can't actually activate it because, you know, we have traps in grave, but, you know, it's fine. And phase rolls around once more, and unlike the last turn where he had that one last lifeline to keep him safe, there is no lifeline that can protect him from the wrath of Zeus. So that was a game. This is a 7-minute long recording of me watching the replay. This actual game took like 35 minutes. We were playing for a while, but you know what? It was one of the best duels I've had in quite some time. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, and that's Traptrix for you. Just slow, methodical control, but it's got that nice little blend of combo, and the Superheavy Samurai really bleeds into that, where it just extends the combo potential of the deck. It gives you more options, it gives you more follow-up, it gives you more things, just more. It just gives you more, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to play a quick live game or two. I say quick, maybe it won't be quick, I don't know. Let's hop in and we'll find out. By the way, right, if you're watching this video and you got this far into the video, make sure you like. That's not what I was going to say. But if you go into the comments, right, and you start correcting my pronunciation of all of these monsters' names, you're a fucking nerd. And that's on you. Anyways, oh, this is not the hand. Oh, Big Benkai in hand. That's not great. I've never actually drawn this card so far. This is the first time this has happened. That's really unfortunate. Drawing the one of. Love to see it. We can still, at the very least, again, maybe, actually, that might be a good thing. We might be able to show off the pendulum capacity of the deck. That would be fun. We are going second, though. Ooh, TG. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? What is that? Target a monster your opponent controls one TG monster. You control switch control. Oh my god, that's actually kind of fucking. That's actually kind of funny. That's actually kind of cool. I fuck with it. What the hell? Alright, Maxie's going to buy us our turn. I don't think our opponent's going to combo in the Maxi. I'm pretty sure they're just going to leave in frustration, as you probably would as a TG player. I fuck with it, yeah. That would make sense. I would appreciate that. Just don't timer stall me, please. Gonna grab Salamander, Glossy too. And a Glossy Drillfish. Okay, Salamander and Drillfish. Are you gonna pop off? Surely not, right? He might. Oh, the Booster Raptor. Oh, he's playing the game. Man is playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Tributing off a monster from the field. They're going to tribute himself, of course. To summon out, I would imagine, the Tank Grub from the deck. TG is a deck that I'm very familiar with, so this is going to be a fun one. Compulsory Evacuation Device. And I like getting to use cards like this, like old school trap cards. I'm super tempted to play like Mirror Force, just as a meme, right? Mirror Force is pretty solid sometimes. Like, they just don't see it coming, right? Nobody ever thinks of themselves anymore. What if it's Mirror Force? Nobody respects the Mirror Force. And you have to respect it. Otherwise, it'll fucking eat you alive. You have to do it. So the benefit of this, and the fact that we're going to be drawing a shitload of cards, right, is that even though we can't use the effect of Wakushi, what we can do is abuse the fact that there's still fucking Pendulum monsters, man. Like, this shit's going to be sick. Are you going to try and, like, Calamity Lock me? That'd be pretty cringe. I'm not going to lie. Calamity Lock would be pretty fucking cringe. I just kind of, I mean, we play 3, I'm pretty sure we play 3 Imperm in this deck, right? I'm fairly certain we play 3 Imperm, maybe 2 Imperm, 2 or 3. So, as long as we, like, draw into an Imperm, we're fine. I think he's just... What a weird time to stop playing. Oh, we just drew Wakushi. This is fine, we're still going to go for the Motorbike. Motorbike, then we're going to discard it to grab the Gaia, I guess. No, we can use you to grab the Gaia. So we're going to grab a Wakushi. And we're going to play this a little bit differently, actually. So we're going to activate the Wakushi. Alright. Activate the Benkai. We got our skills. We fucking skilled up. We be skilled. Now we're going to activate this and we're going to pin for 5. 5? Do we normal summon you? Maybe we keep the Pudika in hand to normal summon? I'm gonna do that. I'm a pen for 4. Yeah. We do this. We do it. Attack mode, attack mode, attack mode, attack mode. Pen for 4. God damn. And then we can use the Benkai to search our deck for the Soul Gaia still. And then we can still summon it, the Soul Gaia and stuff. So what we're going to do here is a little bit different than what we would normally do. We're actually going to play Synchros. So I'm going to go XL Synchro. This is not a line of play that I've done in this deck before. So this is pretty interesting. I like this. So I have this here. The main reason I have this here, I was going to talk about it at the end of the video. I have Axel and Baron here exclusively for the purposes of if, like, I'm in a pinch and I have a shitload of monsters in my hand and I just don't have the capacity to summon them all, then what I'll do is instead of going into Pingulika, I'll Synchro Summon into the Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, and that's just to play Prodigy into my back row. That's it, right? So that is entirely why. So we're going to use these two then for a Baron. So if he's holding on to like a nib or something like that, he should have used it. But now we've got Baron on field, so we're not going to be able to be nibbed. We're going to activate Baron de Fleur. We're going to pop the... I guess we just pop the monster, right? And prep for lethal. Is there any reason not to do that? And then we can use the Motorbike. Motorbike then is going to boost its level up to 4. And then we've got these two for Pingulika. And we're literally just fucking... We're so good. We're just good at the game. We're just good at the game. We do need to summon Soul Gaia first, though, because we need to control a Super Heavy Samurai monster for it to work out. So we're going to do that. Sending Metal Skeleton, that's fine. Going to activate the Soul Gaia, equip on the Motorbike. This is a weird one, but I'm really glad this game happened because it shows us, again, more alternative lines of play, and that's what I want to show off. I want to show off us doing different shit. So we're going to boost you up to 4. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Then you two go in the Pingulika. Pinguilica, I don't know what the fuck. I don't think, again, if you fucking, some botanist nerd out there corrects me in the comments, you're a whole bitch. Gonna use this now. So what we get, because we still have the Pudicia in hand, I'm gonna say it differently every time, and you can't stop me. Because we already have it in hand, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab something that we want to normal summon, like a Murmillo. Murmillo. Normal summon you. Activate the search. Gonna grab ourselves a little Traptrix Garden. Hell yeah. Activate. Perfection. Now we're gonna go into Sura. Yeah, I don't know why he stuck around as long as he did. There you go. That was pretty sick. Sure, we drew a few cards off Maxi to make it happen, but you know what? I still think that was pretty cool. Sue me. Next game. And just for full transparency, I actually did just throw Dweller into my deck, in place of that other level 4 dude. Yeah, we're going first. Of course we're going first. Jesus, I forgot what deck I was playing for a second. Like I said, we've been breezing through Platinum, and using a whole different bunch of different decks. Again, this is just the latest in a long line of decks we've been seeing success with. Of course, we're almost in the Diamond rank, and that's where it starts mattering. Ooh, just a Traptrix hand this time. Okay, this is pretty neat. We've got Dionia in hand, which isn't fantastic, but it's fine. Let's go Pudica. Alright, activating. Gonna grab ourselves our Garden. No hand traps. What? Y'all need to play some hand traps down here, man. Y'all need to play some fucking hand traps. You can't be letting me get away with this shit. Y'all can't be letting me get away with this shit. Alright, we got that Sura on deck. Normal summoning Murmillo. Murmillo then gonna set ourselves another little trap card from the deck. Gonna play definitely Floodgate. Floodgate's fucking awesome, man. Great. That's gonna trigger Sura. Sura's gonna play another trap card to the field. I've never actually used this card. It hasn't come up yet. Gonna play Bottomless. The classic Bottomless. Okay. Then we're gonna go for a whole Yuta. So basically, this card, you can activate it on the turn it's set by discarding a whole normal trap, right? So we drop the trap hole. We're going to summon it as a monster. That triggers our Sura to play another monster. We are still going to go for Diona here. Diona will set from the graveyard a trap hole card, right? So the card you discard for Hoyusha, you then reset to the field using Diona. That's the idea. Oh, you're a trap. You know that? I hope you know that. Unfortunate. That's disgusting. Fair. He didn't have any of our hand traps. I can't be too upset at it. That's fair. To an extent. I'm still pissed, but that's fair. I'm pissed. We're going to go Garden. Garden, we're going to get rid of this token. Token's not a very much use to us, but we do get to bring back a monster of our choice. So we can go for... Diona's effect is once per turn, right? Yeah, it is. You would just pop a card. Pudica banishes something. Yeah, no, okay, none of those are really very good. We're going to go Murmillo then. Just, basically, we're just going to go into our second Sura, which is the main purpose of what I'm doing right now. This is reason to play a third Sura, I'm not gonna lie. The extra deck is like low-key kind of tight. Because the reason it's tight is that you really value your long game, and a lot of the resources you have in your extra deck you want like to use multiple times. I could maybe see you dropping the fucking Vespacito here for a third Sura. I could see that. I think Vespacito's pretty fucking cool though for going like Rafflesia into Zeus. Just given the fact that Rafflesia doesn't have any fucking attack points, right? So, you know, there's that. And talking to Traptrix monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Ooh. See, this sucks, right? Because normally I wouldn't mind, because we could just get rid of level 2, but the fact that he's going to grab the continuous spell. Oh wait, don't you only, you're what gives the additional normal summon. So if I get rid of you, surely you can't play Sprite, right? Surely that's just it. Just game over. Yeah, okay. Toggle on. Whole Yusha from the graveyard. Gonna activate its effect. We're going to summon Putica. Out it comes. In defense, we're gonna use its effect. We're gonna activate to banish. Why can't I banish you? Sir, excuse you? Because it's normal summoned. Because it's normal summoned. Because it's normal summoned. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. That's fine. This is still useful because basically it forces the noob to be gone, which means that he has to play another level 2 if he wants to do anything. So we're going to use this. We're going to play another whole trap card directly to the field, which is nice. We're going to play... I guess we can play Gravediggers. Sure. Okay, so you're going to activate your continuous spell. You're going to... Oh, no. It's actually Secret Beast. It's actually Secret Beast. I'm gonna flip that shit. Look it. Face down. That shit was fucking scary for a second. God damn. Holy shit. Okay. God damn. Okay, this man is a fucking threat, apparently. Holy shit. Alright, I'm gonna play the Arachnocamp for a little bit of safety, a little bit of insurance, a little bit of protection. I thought he was playing Sprite. I thought for sure he was playing Sprite. I don't know what to do with this new information. I don't know what to do with this information. I am scared. I'm frightened. I'm nervous. Almirage. Interesting. Okay, opening of the Spirit Gates. Oh, you just need a Fiend in... Oh, that's smart. Because basically he's going to use opening of the Spirit Gates. He's going to discard the Chaos Beast to summon back the Dark Beck. Or even can just discard the Chaos Beast to summon the Chaos Beast. Also works. So discard the Chaos Beast. Going to summon the Chaos Beast. Oh, brother. Oh, no. Oh, no. Distributing? What are we going to summon? You guys don't have animations? Oh, that's so cringe. That's so cringe. Anyway, bye-bye. See ya. I would like to retract my previous statement. Your Honor, I would like that previous statement stricken from the record. Okay, this we have to negate. We got that Gravediggers on deck. You're not getting Fallen Paradise. Holy shit. Fallen Paradise is OP as hell. Fallen Paradise is fucking OP as shit. Oh, this shit's gonna hurt though. Raviel, buddy, don't do this to me. Oh, fuck. This shit's gonna sting. Swinging in the Sara. I believe the field spell protects us first. Oh, what does that do? Oh no! Oh, Jesus Christ! My brother in Christ! Chill! We're protected. We're protected. We're protected. God damn! Holy shit! He beat my ass! He gets it back? There's no way! Why is it so big? Oh my god, this guy is a fucking G! Holy shit. Okay, right. He also gets to summon back a banished monster here, so he can actually summon back the Chaos Summoning Beast. If he really wanted to. Or he could do Nib, I guess, but Chaos Summoning Beast is way better. I don't know, he's gonna go Nib. Okay, I would have went for this. I guess he just wants big numbers, right? Big numbers do be kind of scary sometimes. So, you know what? I fuck with it. It makes sense. Alright, so we're gonna go Diona. Diona gonna activate. Gonna grab ourselves Mermelo from the grave. Super Poly? Oh, shit. Super Poly fucking sucks. Why am I playing against the best player in the world? Why is this what's happening? Okay, all right, this is fine. Can we deal with this? How do we deal with this? What is the play here? Okay, fusing those two away for Garura, I would imagine. Yup. Uh-huh. Neat. Summon out Mermelo. Well, I was planning on popping this back row Mermelo. That's why I summoned it. But I guess now we're just going to pop the opening of the Spirit Gates. It's something. One less card at his disposal, I guess. Okay. What is our actual out here, though? It's Zeus, right? It has to be Zeus. It is Zeus, unfortunately. Yeah, it is. So, right. The way this is going to work is we're going to go Baguska. Do we need to go Baguska, actually? No, we don't need to go Baguska at all. I can just go into anything. I can go Pingulika if I wanted to. How many materials do we want on our Zeus? We probably want a 3-mat Zeus, right? Or a 4-mat Zeus. Maybe we don't need a 4-mat Zeus. No, I don't think we do. Okay, I'm going to go Pingulika. We're going to use the Dionia and you. Again, it doesn't really matter. Into this, right? So we've got 2500 attack. We're going to activate its effect. We're going to detach a material. Detach 1. There we are. Going to grab a card from deck to hand, right? So we're going to grab... Have we normal summoned? We have not. So I'm going to grab Mermelo. Right? Then we're going to go battle phase. Going to take out Garura. Because Garura will activate Engrave to draw a card. We can use our... We cannot... No? Not that? Alright. Cool. I thought I would be able to use you. Never mind. That's totally fine, though. We got Zeus. Out he comes. The big man himself. Wiping the field. Get rid of that shit. Alright, your god is gone. Then we'll normal summon the Mermelo. Mermelo grabs us another card. Gonna grab you, I guess. I've already got both my Diona engraved, don't I? I do. Okay. Reflecia doesn't really do much of anything. Alamiris doesn't do much of anything. What do we even go into here? I guess we could do Baguska. Let's just do Baguska. Yeah, let's chill on the big old Tapir. So sending you, gonna summon out Holuta. And we chill on the Tapir. Just guarantees that, like, no matter what he has drawn off of these two cards, that it can't really be all that useful. Right? Okay. I'm confident. I'm confident. I'm confident. What a fucking wild game. Holy shit. Okay, main phase 1. What have you got for me? Okay, gonna grab Fallen Paradise. I can't stop that this time, unfortunately. But Fallen Paradise doesn't do much of anything without a god on the field. So as long as he doesn't summon a god, we're okay. Oh no. Wait, do you know that you can't use that? Do you know? Or does he think it works like skill drain? A lot of people think Baguska works like skill drain, and I don't know why, but that's not how it works. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, don't do this to me. Come on. Any monster top deck, and we win. Any monster at all, and we win this game. That'll do it. That'll do it. I'll take it. All right, gonna detach this one. Oh, I don't even need a monster top deck because I have you. Oh my god, we're just good at the game, man. What? I'm just good at the game. Let's go Vespacito. Yes, sir. All right, going for Zeus. Going for Mantis. Activating the Mantis. Gonna grab a Traptrix from deck. Let's grab you. And that's lethal. Vespacito does piercing damage. That's why it's lethal. That was a fucking wild game. That was a promo game too. Damn, that was pretty fucking... That was a sick promo game. Hats off to my opponent. That was cool as shit. I'm not gonna lie. That was possibly the coolest deck I've seen in a while. But anyways, let's get another look at the deck profile. And here we have it, Superheavy Samurai Traptrix. I hope that the gameplay and the demonstrations cleared up a lot of why we're playing what we're playing. In terms of specific choices, a couple of things that I did want to mention, of course, is the fact that we're not playing like 20 trap cards like many other Traptrix players are doing. I still think we need to be conscious of the fact that we're in a pretty close to tier 0 meta where Snake Eyes is going to be dominant and will continue to be dominant for quite some time. So I think having things like the Vealer and, you know, like your Maxis and things like that are definitely still going to be a really high priority. We're not playing Ash Blossom. You could definitely make an argument for Ash Blossom in this deck if you wanted to cut the Vealers. If you wanted to play Ash instead, that would also make a lot of sense. I'm not the biggest fan of Mantis in most situations, if I'm being honest, so you could probably cut Mantis to 1 and play like 3 Ash. But the rest of the deck, I would argue, is pretty solid. Again, the triple Ash, we never really missed it. It's a good card, don't get me wrong, but I think Vealer is also really, really strong right now. Both are really good into the likes of Snake Eyes, so that's why you would consider them. But yes, there's the 1-card combo with the Super Heavy Samurai stuff. The Axel and the Baron, like I sort of showed in our first live game, the entire purpose behind Axel and Baron being here is Axel... If you were to summon out your Wakuchi, go into Soul Gaia, right? If you have a whole bunch of monsters in hand, but you don't really have anything to do with them, instead of going into Pingulika, you could instead go with Baron and with Wakuchi and Soul Gaia into Axel. And the reason you would do that is not only does Axel bring back Motorbike from Grave for another Synchro Summon in the Baron, so you're protected from Nib, it also sets Wakuchi in the back row as a Pendulum card, and that's the main thing, right? So now you've got a scale 1 and a scale 8, and you can spam out your whole field, your whole hand to the field. So that's why we're playing these. You don't have to play the Synchros if you really don't want to, but I think it'd be a little bit silly to remove that option from yourself. Maybe just play, again, if you're like dead opposed to Baron, you just play a level 8. The Baron doesn't really matter, it's just the best option in my opinion. But yeah, that's the deck. Deck's a whole fucking lot of fun. Whatever changes that I make, you could maybe make an argument for compulsory evacuation device and time space trap hole being changed. Just because the, I think there are better trap holes. I typed in trap as if there isn't a bajillion cards that say trap in their text. This one's really good. Terrifying Trap Hole Nightmare is really, really solid. Target a monster with 2,000 or more attack points, destroy it, and then you can banish a monster from your opponent's graveyard. Pretty neat. I really like this card. I think it's good in the Snake Eyes too, because of Flamberge. So you could definitely make an argument for that card. And then there's another one. Void Trap Hole is really good. Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare is really good. You could even double up on the likes of Floodgate Trap Hole. Floodgate Trap Hole is fucking awesome right now. Again, just these cards that target like cards with like 2,000 or more attack points. The only reason I'm hesitant about those is because of the Snake Eyes, right? Just Snake Eyes playing low attack point monsters mean that you're not going to be able to use these until later into the combo, whereas Time Space Trap Hole, you're able to use this on anything they summon from the extra deck, including IP Masquerena, including Sprite Elf, including all that bullshit, right? So Time Space Trap Hole is pretty neat. But yeah, that's my thoughts. That's my opinions. You can agree with them, disagree with them. I don't really care. You can put your thoughts in the comments down below. If you try to correct my pronunciations in the comments, I will politely ask you to stop because I don't care. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching. Like the video if you got this far. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.